Listen up, I gotta tell you, there is something you should know. I have never really liked you at all. I cannot hide it anymore.
This is a true crime discussions channel. We speculate. This is all just speculation. Because it's true crime, it's for mature audiences only. There will be no children allowed, no exceptions. Everything on this channel falls under fair use. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's free.
I was like, are we not going to show up today? It's good to see y'all. Good to see everyone. Thank you so much for being here. If you find yourself in vertical, I did pin a link for this live, so you should be able to come directly over to this live. I apologize for being like 2 minutes late. We had appointments today, so I stopped by the gas station and they had like this, it's a paper bag of, and it says Cajun peanuts, and they were like $3 or something. I'll show you. It's like a big bag. I was sitting here eating them. I didn't realize what time it was. It was like 12:50. I was like, Lord, I got to do my makeup and get ready. Look at this big old bag for $2.81, I think it says. I was sitting here eating the hell out of them. Them things are good. Abella, it's good to see you, love. You're in the vertical. Just so you know, Lorianne, good to see you. Cracker Jacks, good to see you. Hannah UK, good to see you. Thank you to my mods for being here. Jenny Jen, good to see you. And thank you for what you pointed out. I'm going to pull it up. I haven't listened to it yet. Yes, you are here. Good to see you. Brown Eyed Butterfly, it's good to see you, love. Thank you for being here. Hey, Content Angel, Southern Cats, Ruth Ann, it's good to see y'all. Thank you for being here. We got a lot of stuff to get through today. Miriam, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. It has been a while. I like your picture. Corey Edwards, good to see you. Lisa Lynn, All in Tanks, good to see y'all. Thank you for being here. Nene Nut, good to see you. Percy, CM Wilkins, good to see y'all. Cindy from sunny South Florida. Rubber Ramada, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Before we go to that, let me share with you guys. I'll pull it up. Keo did a live last night, and it was really good. It had a lot of information in it that I didn't even know about. And there was this one case about daycare workers that she covered, and Cindy said something like, nope, I'd be going to jail and they'd be going to hell. It just cracked me up. It was a horrible case, but when she said I'd be going to jail and they'd be going to hell, that cracked me up. And I was like, I'd be driving the bus, damn it. It's a horrible case, but she went over that. She went over body cam out of Dallas. I mean, it was crazy. It was a good live. So definitely go and check her out if you have not. That was from last night. We're going to go to the live from yesterday real quick. Let me go ahead and jot this timestamp down. We're going to get right into it because I have another appointment this afternoon, so I don't know how long I'll have. All right. Jenny Jen found something from yesterday's live right here.
No. Are you aware today whether there was any filming going on in your townhome?
So that's definitely new. She's being asked about filming. Are you aware that filming was going on in your townhome? Excuse me, what? Thank you, Jenny Jim, for finding that. I wish I had the thing that would go back like 10 seconds. We're at 2:05:03. We're going to go right here and listen to that again. She knew.
No. Okay. Were you aware of any filming going on anywhere in your townhome?
No.
Are you aware today whether there was any filming going on in your townhome?
I've heard from my roommates. Yeah.
Okay, were you aware of any filming going on in your townhome? And then he says, are you aware today of any filming going on in your townhome? And then she references the roommates under the door, but that wasn't filming. That was pictures. Remember, that was pictures. He put the phone under the door and took pictures. That was not filming. So he definitely did just ask her about filming. Thank you to Jenny Jen for finding that for us. Hey, Banana Bottom and Amber Nola, good to see you. She said, no, now I know from the roommates. I'll back it up again so we can hear it again. Maybe. I feel more and more as time has progressed that it's probably true. Coincidentally, that's exactly what was happening in her own home. She knew.
No.
Were you aware of any filming going on anywhere in your townhome?
No.
Are you aware today whether there was any filming going on in your townhome?
I heard from my roommates. Yeah.
She said, I heard from my roommates. Yeah. Content said, if you were asked about filming in your home and you did not know, you'd say, what do you mean? Like, what kind of filming? Another great point. Yep. I would have been way more not calm. Hey, Bellis, look, you're good. I scream all the time by accident. To be fair, I think her dumbass wouldn't think of the difference between filming and pictures, but who knows? Can't trust this person. Possibly. I don't know, man. Without my approval, not response. I don't think that she said without my approval, but I'm probably misunderstanding what you're saying. Hold on.
Filming going on anywhere in your townhome?
No.
Are you aware today whether there was any filming going on in your townhome?
I heard from my roommates. Yeah.
Were you ever aware
Love you,
that
Max.
Stephan was touching prior to learning at the Orange County Sheriff's Office back in February?
See, he follows that up. She says they asked specifically about filming in the townhome. Did any filming go on that you didn't know about? She says no, but now I know because I've heard from the roommates. And then he follows that up with, were you ever aware of Stephan touching Madeline before you were informed at the Orange County Sheriff's Office? And she says no. So first you're asking about filming, and then you're asking, following that question up directly after that with, did you know that Madeline was being touched? So he's referencing specifically Stephan filming Maddie in my thought process, because if he was talking about what her response was, which was the roommates, would he not go into more questions about that situation instead of following up directly with, were you aware that Stephan was touching Maddie? Hey, Amber, Angela Halo, I apologize. You are in the vertical lab. There's a link pinned to the top if you want to come to the other lab. Voices are altered, and that's why they say that. They sound like that. So that's the first one you saw. And then the one before that, Lord, I don't know where it went. Without my approval, not my response, was what was her response? So it might not be coming through all the way. And before that, on my end, we got places that sell boiled peanuts here. I never had those until I moved down to Florida. Boiled peanuts are good. I get them at the store all the time. And then what was her response? And then without my approval, not my response. So it must not have come through. Hey, Wolfpack, good to see you. It's okay. Don't worry. We were just listening to that. I should have put him asking about Madeline being touched too. I didn't mark that timeline. I need to find it in the original and mark it as definitely new information. I'm going to play it one more time for those of you just coming in. Jennifer just gets asked about filming at the house, and she says she didn't know anything until the roommates told her. And then he follows that question directly up with, did you know Madeline was being touched? She knew.
No.
Were you aware of any filming going on anywhere in your townhome?
No.
Are you aware today whether there was any filming going on in your townhome?
I heard from my roommates. Yeah.
Were you ever aware
Love you,
that
Max.
Stephan was touching prior to learning at the Orange County Sheriff's Office back in February? Because that seems like a
Okay, that was important. I don't remember hearing that. He said, were you aware that Stephan was touching Maddie prior to finding out at the Orange County Sheriff's Office? So I knew about it, but I had forgot. There's so much that happens here in the evenings that I forget things. Kimmy C123, good to see you, love. She said no. I'm going to back it up again so you can hear it. Let's do this. Hey, y'all. No, not that. Lord have mercy. Okay.
Were you ever aware that Stephan was touching prior to learning at the Orange County Sheriff's Office back in February?
No.
Because that seems like a very oddly specific thing to text the father. So you didn't know anything about what was going on filming underneath bathroom doors?
No idea. I don't know why I would have texted them.
Okay, so she's asked, did you know that filming was going on in the house? She says, no, I wasn't aware of that until the roommates told me. And then he asked, were you aware that Stephan had touched Maddie before you were told at the Orange County Sheriff's Office? And then she says, no. And then he says, because that's an oddly specific thing to text somebody, filming under bathroom doors. So, I mean, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to speculate that he's referencing Stephan filming Maddie also under the bathroom door, which, I mean, if he was abusing her to that extent, I don't think he probably would. Hey, Belinda and Rosie, good to see you. Belinda, Rosie, good to see you. Good to see you. It's very suspicious. She suddenly remembers about the bathroom door. Yeah. Yep. And is asked, and when asked about like when she's going to her dad's, oh, don't let anybody film her under the bathroom door. She's like, oh, I don't know nothing about that. That's real fucking convenient. Isn't it? Isn't it? I'll play a little bit more of this and then we'll get into what we're going to go over today.
June 16th of last year, about 9:30 p.m.
Oh, actually, I can actually think back to that.
Okay. What?
I think around the time that I was going to fly out to Houston, there had been an airline person that had gone into the bathroom and placed their camera on the toilet to film. And I remember thinking, I'm afraid to go on a plane because what if an attendant does that to her? Says, hold on, let me check something in the bathroom. And in reality, they're setting up a camera. This did happen to a girl. So I want to say it may have been concerns over that.
Okay.
That sounds like an excuse. Like, especially her reiterating that this happened to a girl on an airline. You know, the way she's like, well, it did happen. It happened. Like, did you find that in the news so you could use it as an excuse? I think she did. Excuse me. I don't know. I can grab my phone. Yeah, I have to grab my charger. I've got this interview pulled up. These are going to be interviews with Stephan. So I'm going to go ahead and get these pulled up for us to start going through and see what's different about these, because I've been talking back and forth some more with the attorney's office, and he says, yeah, there's stuff in everything that he sent me that has not been released yet. Hey, Marilyn, good to see you. But go sleep with my ex-boyfriend. Right, Lorianne. Like, what the fuck? I agree. Jen Soto is ridiculous. Not that I'm showing up. I even went in the vertical and looked and nothing is popping up. That's weird. Wasn't even that bad, but it included violence. That is weird. There's been some glitching in the matrix from what I've heard. In my opinion, Jen said a lot of weirdly coincidental statements. Yes, ma'am.
Boom, 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 bam.
For someone who didn't know anything, that's a little odd to me. Quickly, Corey said, good to see you. If Jen Soto was so paranoid, why wasn't she concerned about the predator in the house? Great question. It didn't happen on an airplane. I didn't know that. See? She's a gaslighter. I mean, she wouldn't allow her daughter to go to sleepovers and says that weird comment. So concerned about abuse while it's happening inches away from her. Right. You're not going to let her go to a sleepover because you're worried that it's going to happen at a sleepover, yet you're also simultaneously worried about the Woody Allen situation in your own house. Norma, good to see you. Try toggling the full screen and default button setting is what they said. When Jen Soto said she didn't allow Maddie at sleepovers at others' house because she didn't want her getting assaulted, yet it was all happening under her damn roof. Yep. CM Wilkins, good to see you. Jennifer, really, you don't even really care for Maddie and worried about getting on a plane. Yep. I agree. It's all fucked up, and she's a liar. She's a lying liar who lies, McLiarson. We'll put Angry Bunny up because these are audios. I haven't done overlays for them. Trying to kind of get them out. So we'll put Angry Bunny up so you have something cute to look at while we listen to this bullshit. Jen had to sleep over at her house. Maybe she wasn't having leakage. I think it's what it was. I think she didn't want Maddie to go somewhere else and talk about what was going on in that house. I really do. I really, really do. All right. So this, hold on. Let me check. This is titled Redacted February 27th Defendant. And obviously it's going to be redacted because when Maddie's name is in here, they're going to skip over it. That has to do with Marcy's law. It's not because we don't know what they're saying. Jim was as evil as stuff. I swear she condoned the shit. It is. Good to see you, Banana Bottom. Thank you for being here. All right, here we go. I'm going to grab my phone and see if I see your comments better there too.
Case number 24-11313. Today's date is February 27, 2024. The time is 19:16 hours. We're in Kissimmee speaking with Stephan Sterns. Okay, so I know that you already spoke to the other detective, right, about everything that kind of happened today. If you can just kind of go over it with us one more time, the timeline from like when you guys woke up and took her to school and all that.
So we woke up early. The plan was that we were going to get McDonald's breakfast on the way. So we made amazingly good time.
I don't mean to interrupt you, okay? Neither of us were here yesterday. So if you can be kind of like specific about like times and stuff like that, okay?
Woke up around 7:15, somewhere around there, which is an early start for us, but we had talked about getting McDonald's breakfast beforehand. So we wanted to make good time.
You can hear how nervous he is in recounting this because he knows he's full of shit. Hey, Tony, good to see you. They sped up her voice, but this detective is good. Let me make sure I don't got it sped up. No, it's normal. They might have sped up her voice, but she talks fast too, like me.
We did make good time. We got out the door maybe 7:30, 7:45-ish, maybe.
Right.
Got over to that area. She was asleep in the car most of the time, just snoozing until we got there. We got to McDonald's. We're close to McDonald's. I said, "You still want it?" She wasn't interested in the McDonald's anymore, so we continued on. And she wanted to be dropped off a little down the ways from the school. She's got this phase that she's been into lately where she's very particular about what car she's seen getting out of in front of the school. She prefers her mom's car, but my cars are, I guess, kind of hoopties. I get it. It's an image thing. But
he's trying to sound so fucking cool. I get it. It's an image thing. I get it. I'm so cool with the teens these days.
That was sometime probably between 8:20 and 8:40-ish. Somewhere in there. It was along this stretch of the road that on the right side that has all the communities on it. Before you get to the overpass. We could see the overpass from where it was. So it was on that side, on that stretch of road, and that's where I dropped her off. She said she was going to go wait for her friends. She was going to find them and hang out and wait for her friends. And I asked if that was going to be okay. She said, "Yeah, it's fine. Kids get dropped off early enough as it is. It's not totally unusual for that to happen. It's just not usually that early that I drop her off."
Corey said if they were getting McDonald's, why wasn't Jim wondering why they were in the kitchen? Plus, they didn't use the bathroom in the morning. And I was going to type back to you so I can, that I just wanted to, it's a lot. So in the kitchen, she says she thought she heard Maddie after saying she saw Maddie. And then she's thinking that it's the roommates. So maybe it was the roommates in the kitchen. I don't know. But that part, they didn't use the bathroom that morning. That's a good point. Stephan came in, got the dog, and that's when she woke up. Like at no point did Maddie come down, brush her teeth, and brush her hair. My children in the morning, my God, they're fighting over the bathroom. Now Maddie might have been able to use the bathroom upstairs, but I think she would have normally used her mother's. So that is definitely very weird, and I didn't even think about that. It is all bullshit. Tom said, young teenagers are famous for not wanting McDonald's, right? Mine want it all the time. And I'm like, I'm not feeding you poison today. They get upset. Cara said, what mother confuses her roommate with a freaking 13-year-old? I can hear my kids throughout the house and not even lay eyes on them and know exactly who it is, not even by by the way they walk and the sounds they're making. One of them, every time they go in the kitchen, it sounds like every dish in the cabinet's falling on the floor. Another one's real quiet, and the other one is kind of normal. I know what all of them sound like. I don't know how as a mother you wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Do school runs every once in a while for her. I said, okay, let her out.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Love you. Thanks. Love you too. And I turned around and was driving away and was watching her in my rearview mirror to make sure that she was going where she was to go. And she was moving in that direction, but she was rummaging around in her backpack or something. What I assumed was probably headphones or something like that. But I find out later that she forgot her phone here, so she may have been rummaging for her phone. But she was still kind of making her way towards that direction, so it looked okay. Looked like any
Thank
other
you,
day.
Rosie.
And I just continued on.
Okay. When you said you dropped her off, like in the area, kind of like where exactly did you drop her off?
So if you pull down the street going towards the school,
Mm-hmm.
you've got that whole strip of communities on the right side there.
Mm-hmm.
It was in that stretch of
Anders.
sidewalk there. We pulled in and
Good to see
maybe
you.
about halfway up the street or so, and she was like, right here's good.
Was it like in one of the apartment complexes, the church?
Not in, it was outside one of the apartment. It was just on the sidewalk on the
That's
side
not
of the
weird.
road there. Just like a tuck and roll, you know?
Okay, so like if I were to
I'm
be
sorry.
on the road, where,
With the maps.
like, what do you remember seeing that you dropped her off at?
I remember the overpass is up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
The sidewalk was on the right, row of trees. There's, I think, a median in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another community maybe across from that before you get to the church.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like before the church.
So Town Loop Boulevard's that street that connects to the school.
Yeah.
Is that the street that you?
Is this, which one?
So that's Town Loop Boulevard, right?
Town
That's the
Loop,
one
yes. And where's the school located here?
that school's right here.
School's right there. Okay, so the school would be on the left in this case. Here's the
So you
overpass
you
I was
guys came from
talking
this side?
about. Yeah, we
Okay.
came from Town Loop, I think,
Mhm.
which is Town Center. Yeah, so we made a right here and then pulled somewhere about.
So you came
Where's-
from Town Center and turned onto Town Loop.
Yeah, where's the church? Is this the church here?
There
would
is
assume so,
that's
yeah.
the church.
Okay, so we weren't.
Meanwhile, this is the actual route that he took. 750 U-turned on Church, Town Loop, Hunter Park. 810 southbound on John Young Parkway, southbound Osceola. 2010 Silver Lincoln, Florida tag IYLLA2. 811 on red light camera at John Young Parkway and Thatcher westbound. That's the actual route he took, just by the way. I was pausing. Oh, maybe it would help if you could see it. I was pausing to ask y'all to please twinkle twinkle over to that thumbs up, if y'all don't mind. But yeah, this is the actual route he took. That U-turned at Church on Churchtown Loop and Hunter Park right there is interesting to me. I did upload this on the Patreon and it goes all the way down like that. It shows everywhere that he was at, every little dot. And I put up the interview, the immunity deal with Jennifer Soto, if you guys want that for your own YouTubes or whatever. It's there. Y'all please, yeah, hit the thumbs up because it helps us get in the algorithm. Thank you so much.
Up to the church yet. So we were pulled onto here and then we pulled maybe about halfway up here.
She did.
And I dropped her off somewhere in this area here.
And she walked from there to the school?
Yeah.
It's a pretty long way.
It's
Yeah.
maybe a block or so, but it's not out of the ordinary for her. She likes to do that sometimes. She likes the cold weather. She was wearing her hoodie. She likes
Uh-huh.
the cold walks.
So you dropped her off near Lilac? Does that sound right?
Yeah, it wasn't at a cross street. It was just a bit of the sidewalk there.
So did you merge into the sidewalk, or did you stop in the middle of the street, or?
I just pulled over to the sidewalk there. Let her hop out.
Let her hop out quickly. Content said, did we ever find out if officially if Maddie was with child, or was that just not released? So we won't know because unless somebody in her family releases her autopsy report. However, the only thing I've ever heard is that allegedly her father said that she wasn't with child, and I don't, without hearing her father say that for myself, I'm not going to go with it because I need to get some receipts on that. So technically, I've never heard him say that. Second of all, in the immunity interview, which keep in mind happens in April, which is after they've gotten the autopsy report, after everything, because all this stuff happened the end of February, beginning of March, right? So in April at the immunity interview, they make sure to ask specifically about, did you notice that any feminine products being used for the month of February? And Jennifer's like, no, I didn't notice any being used. And I kept track of her periods and I took the trash out in the bathroom. And there was allegedly some, or Jennifer talks about some pregnancy tests being missing. And if you think about Stephan, and this is, I'm going to give you a trigger warning. Okay, this is going to be a little bit graphic, and I apologize for that. Stephan is a predator. Okay, Stephan had everything he ever wanted in Maddie. He had been abusing her for over half of her life. I think he thought they were in a relationship and had groomed her to think that she was in a relationship with him. She's growing up and getting tired of the shit. And I think she fought back and was like, this is not right. I have come to learn now that this is wrong and what you're doing to me is wrong. And she fought back. But going back to Stephan, he had everything he ever dreamed of in Maddie. He had the child that's young that he could abuse. I don't think she aged out. I think he was completely and utterly obsessed with her. And I don't think he would have killed her. That was his favorite plaything, to be blunt. I mean, that was his toy that he could play with when he wanted, and he could force to do whatever he wanted her to do, and she would, because she's a fucking child. Why would you kill? Why would you throw away? Why would you get rid of your favorite thing in the whole wide world? Well, because something happened and you didn't want to get found out, is what I think. Just like the Naziah Harris case, she got pregnant. I think that's my theory. And then, I mean, again, we go back to Jennifer Soto being asked about pregnancy tests, and then in the immunity interview, which happens months after they've gotten the autopsy report back to know if she's pregnant or not, she's asked about feminine hygiene products. I think she was, but I don't know. That's just my speculation, because we won't ever see the autopsy report unless the family releases it. And that's another thing, like tracking the periods. You mean to tell me that Jennifer Soto tracked her periods like clockwork, but couldn't even, I don't know, like all the other shit she couldn't do because she's medicated, but you're on top of them fucking period tracking apps, aren't you? Why? You have to wonder why. That's why, again, I don't think she didn't know. I think she absolutely fucking knew. I think she received substances or money in exchange, but that's just my speculation. I have no proof of that.
How often do you drop her off?
This might be the 5th or 6th time I've ever done it.
Okay. And when you drop her off, where do you normally drop her off at?
Normally down the street from the school. She requests that.
Awesome.
Like the same area or somewhere else?
Especially if it's sometimes in the church parking lot, sometimes just wherever she tells us to let her out. As long as it's close, you know.
So it's halfway between Town Loop and Town Center and the church?
Yeah, it's just in this stretch right here. Like we got about maybe halfway up and
Okay.
it was there.
That's a possibility. Yep. I forgot
The
about
McDonald's that you guys were gonna stop.
the parent coin too. The parent coin Maddie wanted also. Yep. I forgot about that. Jen says, I think that Jen asked about was asked about the feminine products to see if she was hypervigilant, as she claimed to be when it came to Maddie's cycle, and that's also a possibility. Congratulations, Rosie and Karen. Good to see you. Because the demons would come out. Oh yeah, I get a little demonic at that time of the month too. Stephanie, good to see you, love.
Did you pull into the plaza at any point?
No, she 86 the idea before we even got there.
What do you mean by 86?
Poo-pooed the idea, didn't want it anymore.
Okay.
Wasn't in the mood anymore.
At any point while you were driving to the school, did you make a U-turn?
Yeah, I tried to sell her on McDonald's one more time because I was still kind of hungry, but at that point she was also just wanting to get to school.
Okay.
So
Where
we turned right back around.
Where did you make that U-turn at?
Actually, the school park, not the school parking lot, the church parking lot. I pulled into that.
So it's interesting that they bring up the U-turn when that's the first thing they have him doing. That's not redacted. I'm thinking this redacted part, if we use logical deduction, this has got to be something to do with like he put Maddie's body in the car, because that's the only reason it'd be redacted, right? 750 U-turned on Churchtown Loop Hunter Park. So I'm thinking they might have already had this at the time that they're questioning him. Crap. And I think she references that, no, we've got you going here, we've got you going here, we've got you going here. I think that's this interview later, because I haven't listened to all of them yet. We're kind of finding out what's new together. But again, right here is redacted. So using deductive reasoning, the only thing that could say is something related to Maddie, which is probably he put her body in the car. 750, the first thing you turned on Churchtown Loop Hunter Park. So I think she has this map. They have this information while they're questioning him in this interview on February 27th.
Turned around and pulled back out to the UE there and went back to the McDonald's. And she still wasn't having it. And that's when we came back. So the McDonald's is on the same town loop or town center. It connects to the same road that the
Yes, he did.
That the school's on?
Yeah, so it's like a straight shot.
So you guys came from, just so I can kind of get a good visualization, town center, and where did you come from? Town center.
Town center. So where's the McDonald's? I'm so bad at reading these. I'm sorry.
Hey, Cracker.
So we
This
came.
is all town center.
So we came across on town loop, I believe. Is that the school is that the road that the school is on?
No, this is town center. So
Okay.
you said you were on town center, and then you made a right on town loop, which is the one that takes you to the school.
Yes, correct.
Right.
I think you passed it.
But what I'm saying is, before town loop, or I'm sorry, for town center, what street did you take?
I'm so sorry. I'm bad with the streets around here.
How do you usually get to the school?
I just take John Young and then wait till I see the McDonald's and make a left there, and then follow that around, and that goes straight into the road that the school is on. I just use the landmarks, and I don't memorize the street names.
Is that Jay Lippy?
Yeah, that cheese and fucking
This is
raspberry
Jay Lippy.
Danish.
I'm in at the McDonald's. You turn right.
And then you said you made a left at the McDonald's. So that's John Young Parkway. You're going north on John.
McDonald's, and then
Jeepers Creepers. So the state's attorney's office sent me pretty much all the audios we have out so far, and they've unredacted things that were previously redacted. So this audio is the February 27th interview with Stephan Sterns, basically where he gets called on his bullshit. Now, they redacted stuff in the originals that we've never heard before. These have less redactions. And so we're going through them together on the live streams to see what's different, because you guys will catch things that I won't, and I'll catch things that you might not. And then I'm releasing the audios again with the stuff that's not as, with these new interviews, trying to point out the things that were once redacted that are now unredacted. But he said that all of these interviews now have stuff that is unredacted in it, as they didn't before. Orange Rose, good to see you, love, and congratulations on being modded over at Hios. I was super excited to see that. I'm super excited for you guys being mods. That's awesome. Rosie too.
go around, and then that shoots straight into the road that she's on.
Okay. Because that's...
I believe that's the correct road.
Yeah, well, that's the fastest way to get there. But you told me you came from town center and town loop.
I'm sorry. I don't know the street names.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm doing my best.
that's okay. So now that we know that you came from John Young Parkway and you made a left on town loop, so you passed the McDonald's.
Yeah, that was when she said no to McDonald's the first time.
Hey, Lisa.
Okay. So you guys keep on going on town loop.
Yeah.
Yep.
At that point, we still had a lot of time to kill.
They do.
Very early.
So what did you guys do?
Drove towards the school, made a U-turn, came back, tried to do the McDonald's thing again. She didn't want it.
So where did you, one more
did
time,
give
where
her-
did you do the U-turn at?
It probably was right by the church because it was still way too early for school.
Yep. They know he's full of shit.
So it was on that stretch of road. I mean, they had the meeting there and the separation, so that
No.
left turn where the church is, you can make the U-turn there.
I'm typing on my keyboard. It sounds like crunching ice, but no, I'm not crunching ice. Daria, good to see you. I don't crunch ice. I crunch peanuts, but I don't crunch ice. Maybe I should crunch ice. Maybe I'd lose some weight. Not that I'm fat, but
And then after you dropped her off, what did you do?
Stayed, talked to her for a minute, made sure, is it all right that you're going early? Because it was still early. She said, yeah, it's fine. I'm going to hang out, wait for my friends to get there, which she does sometimes. So it didn't sound, outrageous or anything. That was it. Told her to have a good day. I loved her. She told me she loved me too. I turned around to leave, and I was watching her in my rearview mirror. And she looked like she was walking in the right direction. She was rummaging in her bag a little bit, like I said, but still sort of just shambling in the right direction while she was doing it. So it looked normal. It looked okay.
Okay, and then what did you do after you left the area?
I left to go to the local vape shop because I needed some more vape juice. They weren't quite open yet, so I ended up going back home. Waited about an hour or so, and then went back and checked the vape shop again. It was open, so I got what I needed there, and came back.
Do you remember what time you came home?
The first time was probably right around 10, close to it. And then I waited here and went back to the vape shop. Probably finished at the vape shop and came back home again a little after 11.
Okay. You said the first time that you hung out with her.
so yeah, that's a good point. He stayed and talked to her. How did he do all that when he dropped her off on the sidewalk? To be fair, I think that he's like, I talked to her, made sure she was okay, said I loved you. She said she loved me too, which could happen in 5 or 10 seconds while he's waiting and she's getting out of the car and he's saying bye. But that is a good point. How did you, that is, you did make a good point. He talks like an 80-year-old because in his mind, it makes him sound more intelligent. And that's what he's one of those people that wants to always be the most intelligent person in the room, but really they're not, but they like to think they are. So they'll talk to you about, the psychology of philosophy states that in 23 BC that Socrates looked up at the sky. There, those people that are like that, when you're just I don't know, smoking a joint and drinking and they're talking about some crazy, that kind of person. We all know one.
But right?
Yeah.
Was here when you got here at 10? Okay.
I think so.
Good question.
She might have been at her blood appointment. Let me double check. I know she had a blood appointment at some point during the day.
Now, allegedly, I've heard if we do the maps that he could have come across her in the parking lot there and they could have been really close together at one point. I still been trying to work on that and have forgot about it, but I need to look more into that. Banana Bottom, thank you so much for the super sticker. That was so very sweet of you, and I really appreciate that. We got dancing. Oh no, the little game has got a broken arm. My baby's got a broken arm right now, but the little game is so cute. It's sad, but it's cute. Oh, thank you so much, Banana Bottom. I really appreciate the super sticker. That was super cool of you. Let me get you an amazing, because that is just amazing. Thank you so much for the support. It really helps out. Thank you.
Amazing!
Basil says, amazing. Yeah. Call them the stupidest, smartest person in the room. Yep. I love you often indicates homicide. Really? I've never heard that. Oh, yeah. I tried to pin the link to this one in the top so you guys would have it.
It's okay. We don't have to ask her right now.
Sorry, everything's a blur.
So she might have been here. She might have not have been here
I
the first
believe
time.
she was here because
Right.
she was sleeping in as much as she possibly could because she's been stuck up in the work schedule. So she had to be here because she didn't want to sleep in.
Okay.
I'll double check, but yeah, I believe she was here.
And then what time
I
did you
think
say you left again to the smoke shop?
Maybe after an hour or so, maybe 11 or so.
Okay. And then what time did you get to the smoke shop?
It's maybe 10 minutes away, so not long after that. Stopped in and got some juice and
What's the name of the smoke shop?
Eastman Broadway.
Okay.
It's just over off of John Young. It's not far from the school.
that's true.
And then after the smoke shop, what did you do? Okay, for how long?
At least until maybe 12:30, 12:45ish, something like that.
And then what'd you do after that?
I had a couple errands to run over on 192. She
They were.
was talking about making a BJ shopping list. She just wanted to make sure I was back in time for us to both go pick up. So I was visiting some card shops around the area on 192. I'm kind of a nerd, so we had a new trading card game release, and I was seeing what the situation was with it.
Do you remember what places you visited?
So it's interesting to me that like when he's saying stuff, I don't know, like the way he was like, you know, kids these days or something to that effect. And now he's saying, I visited card shops, which we know is a lie. He didn't visit card shops. He got the flat and put Maddie in the field. But he tries to pull up something kind of, you know, out of left field. I'm kind of a nerd, so I like to go look at the cards. Like, I'm wondering if that's a sign of his lying, which I mean, honestly, if his mouth is open, he's lying. But I find it interesting that he kind of pulled something up like, you know, saying, I'm a nerd, so I like to look at cards when he talks about going to card shops. And we know he didn't do that at all.
Yeah, Coliseum of Comics. Stopped by a couple Targets, and I was going to go to House Rules Games down by Oak and 192. But I didn't make it that far. I got a flat tire on the way.
Do you remember where you got your flat tire?
It was on 192. I pulled into one of those plazas somewhere. It's been about 10 years since I switched out a tire, though, so I made a lot of rookie mistakes and ended up pinning my thumb between the frame and the jack. Yeah, I'm lucky it's not a lot worse than it could have been. Remains to be seen if I'll keep
Do you
my
remember
thumb
the
in.
name of the plaza by any chance?
I don't.
Do you remember like what stores were in this
It was
plaza?
like right before you got to Oak, though, so it was one of those little strips.
Okay. And then
but I did
after
not
that?
make it back in time because of that. I thankfully had the spare. I put that on and tried to get back in time, but caught every red light on the way. She ended up leaving to pick up Maddie without me. I was about 10 minutes late. So I called her and let her know what happened. I apologized profusely because I had promised I'd be there with her to go pick her up. Just sat and waited. And she had already gone to get her, so I just sat and waited and hung out, straightened up the house a little bit. That was it.
I'm going to let Angry Bunny take a nap for a little bit because if you're in vertical, you can't see my face. And I know a lot of people like to see face. Hey, Mike, interrogate Jen Soto. What was her involvement? You know, I wish they would, but state of Florida has got their man, unfortunately. He's trying to use nerdy things as a shield to make himself look pathetic to law enforcement. This way, law enforcement can go, quote, this smell-ass guy collects Pokemon cards. No way he can do something nefarious. I think you're 100% on that. I really do.
Boom, 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 bop, bam.
I really do. He is always having a pity party. It's good to see you, Mike. I haven't seen you in a while. She lawyered up Mike. Detective Kevin interrogated her pretty damn good, though. He got a lot out of her. Not the whole truth, but he still did well. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I wonder if that's in here. Like more unredacted now.
We got the call.
What do you mean you got the call?
Got the call from her that had not come out. So we started getting worried. Started making calls to her family. Be on the lookout. She might be walking to you. It's just when everything sort of started going downhill.
Did you check on the map the southbound? The Greenville? I'm not sure where Greenville is.
Oh no, it's Thompson.
I noticed. I'm sorry. But she forgot her phone, right? Is it normal for her to not have her phone?
Good question.
Unfortunately, she's severely ADHD, as am I and her mother. So it is not uncommon at all, and in fact, very, very usual thing for her to forget things. She'd forget her head if it wasn't screwed on. We're forgetful about, writing her about that. We'll remind her, and then it will leave our mind, and she'll say okay, and then it will leave her mind.
Have a good day, Rosie.
And is she on medication for this stuff?
Normally, yes. She's been staying with her grandparents a lot this week while her mom was working. So she has not been getting her meds a lot.
Okay.
So she was really squeezed.
Where's mom working at? What changed in her hours that she needs all this thing?
She's training, so it's not a set schedule yet.
Okay.
It's just early this day, late closing training this day.
Different hours. Yeah, no, that takes a toll.
So I came up here. She needed help. I split my time between the two places. I needed a visit. We all needed to be a little happier together. So
This is a great thing. JYP. Just tell them.
And where's the McDonald's?
Right.
I wanted to hear what he said there. She needed him to come up because of the crazy work schedule. So he split his time between the two places, and somebody would be a little bit happier with him there. I think he's talking about Jen. Mrs. North, Stephan's in the mental health prison where they do classes and all kinds of fun, exciting things because he can't handle being held accountable for a fucking thing, much less what he did to this poor child, over half of her fucking life.
So that doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Great.
I agree, Corey.
Because the school's up here?
am I messing up the streets again?
Yeah, town loop. Because this one's town center, but town loop.
We're just trying to figure out your direction of travel, right?
I'm so sorry. I'm so bad with that area over there, Hunters Creek.
You said you made a U-turn at the church to go see if she wanted McDonald's again, correct?
Yes.
Did you go anywhere else? Because I know you said you had time to kill.
Yeah.
Did you guys go anywhere else?
No, we didn't go anywhere else.
Is there a reason why you would be back on John Young Parkway?
When we tried to go back to McDonald's a second time, we would have made a left over there instead and just looped around again.
What do you mean?
Just made a circle.
Made a circle. How? Can you show me on the map?
So right here is where they start to bust him for his lying. It's going to be towards the ends of the interviews that they actually redact things because they've got to set up everything that happened, basically catch them lying and then go back and bust them for the lying. So that's where the new information is going to be toward, the latter half of the interview, I do believe. And they're just now starting to bust him lying.
Going back down to McDonald's.
That's the McDonald's right there.
Correct. So going back down and then just straight shot back down.
You would come down this way?
I can't read the map. I'm so sorry.
Yep, I'll go.
Where's the McDonald's?
McDonald's is right here. This is town loop. So this is John Young Parkway. You guys are coming up John
this
Young.
Is McDonald's.
Yep.
And the school's on this corner.
Correct. Somewhere over here. So we come back out here, there, and
That's
we
the
can
problem with
take a
lying.
straight shot back down to the school again there. They connect. Town Loop and Town Center connect.
Right.
So it's.
So where did you make the U-turn?
The U-turn was on the street when we were going to go back to McDonald's. And then we drove down to McDonald's here.
Yep.
Right. So just so I don't get confused, you're going up John Young Parkway, right? You're going northbound.
Originally, yes.
Right. You make a left at the McDonald's.
Here, go towards the school.
Okay. How far did you get before you made the U-turn? So
we got
He sure does.
Is this the school right here?
Yep, that's town loop.
So we got up to here and then made a U-turn over here. Past the median.
Okay. So
And back to McDonald's.
from Lincoln town loop.
Still time to kill. She still didn't want the McDonald's, but I did give her a raspberry and cheese Danish.
So did you go through the drive-thru? Did you go inside?
No, didn't go inside.
Where did you get the Danish from?
Oh, the Antonins that I brought from home. I gave her a couple of those to get me going.
Okay.
So she wasn't without food totally. So we just continued past it again and turned around and said, screw it, just drop you off early.
Okay, so you came back around to the McDonald's.
And then right onto the school road from there.
Is that back on John Young Parkway?
Yeah,
or?
back on the John Young Parkway. It comes down here, and then here's Town Center again.
So then you took Town Center
Yes.
the second time around?
Yes, and then made a right down to the school.
Do you
Okay.
remember what time you dropped her off?
I estimated it to be sometime between 8:20, 8:40.
Are you on your phone? Do you have Google Maps?
I do, but I wasn't mapsing it.
Mapsing.
What?
Sorry, I put both my headphones in so I can hear.
And you're giving her rides. Does she sit in the front or the back?
She sits in the front. She likes to sit in the front.
Do you mind if I look at your maps real quick?
Yeah, that's fine.
And just to confirm, also, you said, so the second time around, you said you went up John Young Parkway, you went through Town Center this time, made a right on Town Loop, and then you said you dropped her off
right here in this stretch here.
around this area. Okay. Which was before the underpass.
Correct. Before the underpass, just before the church. The church was ahead on the
Me
left.
too.
The underpass was just beyond that. School is just on the other side of the underpass. So maybe
On the left-hand side.
maybe a block away.
Okay. And you said that that's typical of her to walk that distance?
Yeah, she likes the morning walks when it's cool. She doesn't like being seen getting out of certain cars. Being a middle schooler, it's an image thing. And she will.
He makes sure to say it's an image thing every single time he references why he dropped her off down the road allegedly and being seen getting out of different cars. I wish I could, Hannah. What are you having for dinner, love?
Sometimes like to hang out and wait for her friends. She's known to do that.
Yep.
Do you mind if I just take a picture of your history?
Yeah, that's fine.
And that time would have been, you said around
8:20ish, 8:30, sometime between 8:20 and 8:40.
What time does she go into class?
She has to be there no later than 9:15. Doors open at 8. Doors open at 9, I think.
So yeah, that's a good point, Mike. At no point in all the police interrogation did Jim or Stephan say, how does all this chit chat help find our missing girl, Maddie? Lord have mercy. Mike said, at no point in all this police interrogation did either Jen or Stephan say, quote, how does all this chit chat help find our missing girl, Maddie? And that's a good point. Why? I think they already knew. I think Jen knew, because if we talk about the body cam, the moment that your child is missing, like they're coming back to talk to you, you're not going to say, did you find her? Do you know anything? Can you tell me anything? I know for a fucking fact, if your child was really missing, that you would not do that. I fucking know. Like that, no. Mm-mm.
And then school officially starts around 9:20 or 9:28, I think.
They knew.
And when you dropped her off, is that earlier than typical, later than typical, around the same time?
Earlier than typical. We had made really good time that morning, and with the subtraction of McDonald's, we had more time than usual.
Okay.
And she said it was okay. She was very confident, convincing that it would be fine.
And you saw what direction she walked to after you dropped her off?
Yeah, it looked like she was moving towards the direction of the school like she was supposed to.
Was she still on the right side of the road, or did she
She
cross
was
over?
when I left her, yeah, she was still on the right side.
What kind of phone is this?
S23 Ultra, I think.
I don't know how to work this thing.
I barely know how to work it myself.
I'm an iPhone person.
Good point, Corey.
Is it okay if I go in your settings real quick? I just want to see if you're logged on to your Google.
I am not logged on to my Google with that, actually.
Is it okay if I check?
Yeah.
This is the interview that almost got everything, the phone evidence, thrown out of court, because we were kind of all on the edge of our seats to see if the judge was going to deny this interview being entered as evidence, because they were stating that because they didn't tell Stephan, hey, I'm looking at your photos right now, hey, I'm looking at your email right now, that it wasn't admissible in court because they broke the law by going anywhere other than his maps on his phone that day. The judge took a while to decide, but ultimately denied the motion, saying the phone would be entered into evidence. It was a couple of days, I do believe, after that they entered the plea deal. The whole entire trial rode on the judge saying whether this interview was legal or not, because it was the whole basis for everything found in the phone. So there should be some good information at the end of this, because this is the interview where they find everything in the phone, or the beginning of it. Of course, the digital forensics would have found the rest of the photos and videos.
Does she have any other devices besides that phone? Any other electronics?
She had her school laptop with her.
Is that still supposed to be with her?
Still supposed to be with her, yes.
Okay. And what kind of book bag was she carrying?
Black book bag with like grayish blue hibiscus flowers on it, like a print.
When she leaves in the mornings, where does she usually put her phone?
Either in her backpack or like her back pocket, kind of wherever she just thinks to put it at the time.
Hold on, I don't know how to use this one. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
I don't know, you've probably been asked already, but she's never ran away or been away for longer than a certain period of time, amount of time.
Well, she's very dependent on us. I don't think she'd know what to do if she did run away. She's not the type. She's a good kid.
I don't think they had at this point. It could be I think they found out this day, but I'm not sure if they already knew that her book bag was in the dumpster at this point. I can't remember. They probably do if they've already pulled the traffic cams and gotten the cameras, but I don't know if they mention it.
Besides the ADHD, is she diagnosed with anything else?
Yeah, she was tested a while back and had some symptoms of autism, so she's potentially on the spectrum there.
Okay.
Listen to him sigh here. He's like moving his back, like going, like, you know how when you'll move your back because your lower back hurts and you're like, Listen to him, like just stand there, like, oh, you're taking up too much of my time. You're making my back hurt. Listen to it again.
Dependent on us. I don't think she'd know what to do if she did run away. She's
right
not the
here.
type. She's a good kid.
Right here. Did you hear it? Like, oh, he gets on my fucking nerves. Hold on. I'm trying to back it up a little bit.
Besides the ADHD, is she diagnosed with anything else?
Yeah, she was.
Besides the ADHD, is she diagnosed?
I hope your fucking back hurts every fucking day. This little motherfucker, little whiny.
Diagnosed with anything else?
Yeah, she was tested a while back and had some symptoms of autism, so she's potentially on the spectrum there.
Okay.
She was officially diagnosed with it when she was younger, and then she was retested and said, well, she shows symptoms of being on the spectrum, but maybe not full-on autistic.
Like I get being tired. Corey said I sound like that when I'm tired or frustrated. I also say, and yeah, that's what we do. Like if my back hurts, I'll do that. Or, if I'm frustrated. So he's frustrated and just don't have the time for all these questions and things. I think he's trying to get them to be like, oh, does your back hurt? Well, we can finish this later so he can kind of get out of it or something. Being tired, I could understand if they really thought Maddie was missing, but we know that they already knew, in my opinion, what had happened to Maddie, because like I was talking about the body cam just a second ago, they never, and like Mike pointed out, they never ever asked, have you located Maddie? Have you found anything? Never did any of them ask that, either one of them. So I think the roommates did, but I mean, the only reason you wouldn't is because you already know where she's at. He is going to show a lot of symptoms of a sore ass.
Is this what you use to
Right.
go places?
Yes.
Very true, Abellis.
Go places, search addresses, look at store hours, write reviews.
Lisa, probably, I mean, maybe because he's in her life, like he was there every day for some parts of it, and he might know that information. I agree, though, it's something they should ask Jen, not him.
It's a pretty new phone, though.
That's true.
Have we had any updates?
We literally have like 50 people right now on scene looking.
So he did just ask for an update 27 minutes and 2 seconds into this interview. And again, I think that's just to look concerned because obviously he knew where she was. Hey, Scratch the Paint.
I don't know if there's any updates. The best person would be the other detective because he's the one that is in charge of all this.
His response was, because he doesn't care. She was a toy to
I
him.
don't think I've eaten anything since yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are worried.
When
I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. Boo fucking who? World's tiniest violin playing My Heart Bleeds for you.
did you come back to help? Pardon?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, because you live down south, right? When did you come back up north to help her?
I just got here this weekend.
Do you remember what day it was?
Sunday. Sunday was her birthday party, so yeah, it was the evening after her birthday party. Sunday.
Okay. Do you remember what time you got here on Sunday?
8:30ish maybe.
Okay.
Just in time to make sure that she was doing all her nighttime routines. I'm waiting for her mom to get home.
He really is. I don't disagree.
You live in North Pole, right?
Yeah, I split my time between the two.
Is that on
places.
Snug Street?
Snug Street,
Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense. You have a lot of Snug Street on here.
Yeah, I split my time between the two.
At this point, they're picking up shit on his map, so I wonder if we're going to hear him getting more concerned because he knows there's pictures and videos on that phone, and if they're picking up the map shit and that he was on Snug Street, then he's got to be thinking, oh, fuck, what if they find those pictures, those videos? Tom said, don't worry, homie, plenty of green bologna sandwiches for you in prison. Them green bologna sandwiches was no fucking joke. Fuck, Durham County got in trouble for that shit. There would be people when I was in Durham. There would be people outside protesting and shit at night, and we was eating them fucking green bologna sandwiches. They would be like, it looked like I don't know, when you drop paint or like water and it makes like a rainbow effect, like a marbled rainbow effect. It would be green with a rainbow marbling of like blue and red, but not the right color red. That shit was so gross. I was like, yeah, I'll just like eat the freaking mustard packet. I'm not eating that shit. Or just the bread. Like, it was scary. It was fucked up.
Is that Broward County or?
Sarasota County, I believe,
okay.
or Charlotte County, either
Gotcha.
way. It's my parents' house. They're old. They need help these days. They got a house full of poodles.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
chaos.
like grass lawn.
So I needed to come back up here and just get away from that.
Yeah.
Between two deaf old people yelling at each other and poodles yapping all the time. You
It
have to
looks
drive anyone
metallic.
up a wall. I was very happy to be back here.
That's why people were out there protesting, because like the food was like so rotten that that's what they gave us. So like if you didn't have anybody sending you money for commissary, you were kind of fucked. And like people died in there because they didn't get their blood pressure medicine or their sugar control medicine and shit. Like they would die. And that's why people were protesting, and it was insane. I'd look out the window and see them every night out there protesting with the picket signs and shit. It was insane. I was like, Lord, help me get out of here and not die in the process.
Did you and your wife, when you guys were looking for where did you guys look?
Me and her stayed local. It was all the rest of the family that mobilized and was beating the bushes. And
Did you guys drive together or separate?
I don't think we drove anywhere when we were looking.
You didn't drive anywhere?
Wonder why.
Not that I recall.
Did you guys go anywhere last night? Was that media?
Maybe. I think Fox 35 or something was coming.
If it is, let me tell them.
Hey, the classic one.
Okay.
I don't recall.
Did I say what?
You have to ask her if we went anywhere. I don't recall. I was so zonked out on Ativan at that point.
Okay.
She said it was a wreck. I don't.
And this would have been when?
I don't recall us going anywhere last night, but honestly, at that point, my brain was mush, and I was on so many tranquilizers to keep me stable. It's just.
You said Ativan?
Yeah.
Do you usually take that, or?
Yeah, I have a prescription. I haven't needed it in a long time, though. But
what's that for?
Anxiety.
Okay.
I was having these rolling panic attacks and breaking down crying, and I just.
Oh, it got lost. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. And it was the only way I could get to sleep last night.
I'm about to die over here. Darlene, you're late and I'm about to die. Ugh, that was gross. Good to see you. Yeah, he talks about him being on tranquilizers and Ativan. But I mean, it just, every time he says that shit, it makes me think about Maddie and everything that she had to go through without anything to help for it. Or, you know, she was on hydroxyzine, which is like, again, a prescription strength Benadryl. Wasn't enough for what she was going through at all. Banana said, I wouldn't eat either if I drove around Florida with a deceased person who I claim to love. That right there.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Exactly. No, damn, this thing is not working. And I was like trying to pull on it harder to make it work. And that damn nicotine juice got like on my tongue. It was disgusting. I think I need a new one. Is Mark here? Did I miss Mark? All right, let me play this.
Oh, Mark. This afternoon. That's why I missed your calls. I'm sorry. So took an Ativan and conked out for a few hours. It's the only time when I'm not crying.
Hey, Rubber. That's funny.
It's okay if I just pop down real quick.
Now he's popping his bag. It was good to see you, Mike. I'm glad you came by. I'm dropping these interviews and I'm trying to mark the spots where we find new information. So if you check the videos, it should be I'm dropping them after we go over them in the live, and I'm marking what's new if you want to check that out. If you don't want to stay for the lives. It's good to see you, Rubber. That's funny. Rubber said my bird stole my Ativan years ago when I took it. He took a 4-hour nap and I called the vet. They told me he would be okay. He woke up well rested. That's crazy. I would have been having a meltdown. Hey, Psychic Amelia. I would have been worried to death about Basil. I've had birds too. I would have freaked out about my birds doing that too. Nope. That's the end of that.
So we're trying to get just a good idea, times, all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm getting my best recollections. I'm not a morning person as it is. So a lot of the times are best guess.
But we know that you go up Jongyang Parkway down.
Why did I
That's
try
the road you usually take
Yeah.
to take her. And then you make a left at that McDonald's, right? Which is the town loop.
You can make a left to get there either at the McDonald's or at town center itself. They both lead to the school.
So if you leave her at, just so you get a sense of direction, Jongyang Parkway goes northbound and southbound. So you're going northbound into Orange County, making a left at the McDonald's, which is the town loop. You said when you did drop her off at that medium, you said it was around 8:20 to 8:30-ish, somewhere around that time?
Somewhere in there, yeah. It was early, but not like outrageously early, you know?
So what would you estimate when you made a left at that McDonald's to be?
After I dropped her off?
No, I'm saying when you dropped her off.
Oh, first left by that McDonald's.
Yeah, when you first go, that first left that you make at the McDonald's.
It had to have been around maybe 8, maybe quarter after 8, sometime in there.
Okay.
Sometime between 8 and a quarter after, I think.
All right. So just so it's, you can kind of picture it here on the map. So you're going northbound. You make a left here around like 8:10, 8:15. Let's say 8:15, around there.
Thank you, sir.
When you get over here, you make a U-turn. You go back to the McDonald's. But you said that she still doesn't want the McDonald's.
Still doesn't want it. She was just going to eat the Danishes that I had given her.
So you're going up here now, still northbound on Jongyang Parkway. You make a left at Town Center this time.
Town Center, then make a right onto, yes.
And then you drop her off around like 8.
Dropped her off around halfway up the road there.
Okay. So keep in mind all of.
So this is where they let him know that they've got him on camera. Should be getting interesting. I think it's just the two. I haven't tracked how many times. I know that he references the two. He took her there and then she said she didn't want it. So he, of course, takes an angry teenager that just woke up that said, I don't want McDonald's, back by the McDonald's to ask him again. So they can really yell at you and be like, no, I already said I didn't want it for whatever fucking reason. And then drops her off. I think there's only just the two. Like if that's my kids would be like, yes, please take me to McDonald's because I don't buy McDonald's because it's like so bad for you. It's full of like toxins. But if I was taking them and they said no originally, and I turned around and I went back and was like, are you sure? They would probably be like, Jess, I said no. Like, why are you bringing me back? Can we please stop now? Like, what are you doing? Doesn't even make sense.
This is still northbound.
Okay.
Right? You're still northbound on Jongyang Parkway.
Northbound.
So why is your car seen going southbound at 8:10? I'll show you what location it is.
It does. You're right.
McDonald's is over here.
Mm-hmm.
At 8:10, your car is seen going southbound at this intersection. So,
And I don't mean to laugh about it. I'm thinking about me, not about, you know, that situation specifically. I'm talking about my kids when I laugh. It is really sad and disgusting talking about her not wanting McDonald's and eating a Danish when she was already gone, and the over half of her life of abuse that she had suffered at that point, all for his sick, twisted pleasures. It's enough to make you want to commit a homicide. In theory, that's not a threat, Deborah.
so meaning going toward Kissimmee.
Mm-hmm. I had forgotten something. I had forgotten my gate clicker. I'm sorry. I forgot. I had gone back to the house real quick after we left because I forgot my gate clicker. I actually had to go through the front gate and use my parking pass to grab my clicker.
You might be right.
So it was the wrong time. I'm sorry. Like I said, I was guesstimating these times. I'm not a morning person.
Okay.
So yes, we've gone out.
How far did you get before you came back down when you realized you forgot your clicker?
Near.
So you would obviously not forget that you went back to the apartment complex because you allegedly forgot your clicker up until this point where they say, okay, we have you on camera going here. So what's your excuse now? What's your lie is what they're asking him. And all of a sudden, oh, I forgot the clicker. That wouldn't make sense. Jenny Jen is very good with timelines and catching things that I don't. Jenny Jen said, I think by the third time, he said he offered the Danish. So he very well could have said the third time, and the third time be when he offered the Danish. Yeah, the game clicker. So I trust Jenny Jen when she catches things, because she catches all the things that I don't. So he might have said that he went to McDonald's 3 times. And I apologize if I missed that.
Nearly all the way to the school. And then we turned around. We had plenty of time to kill, so there was time to go back. I rushed back, got the clicker, and that's when I came back here this way.
So you guys came back here to get your clicker.
Correct.
So when we look at the cameras in the front, it's going to show you coming back in
Correct.
here with her in the car.
Yes, with her in the passenger seat,
Okay.
yes.
I know it sounds like we're asking you stupid questions, okay? We just want to verify
okay.
the times.
I'm sorry I'm not being more help. I'm not a morning person. I was half asleep as it was. I'm trying.
The clickers to get where?
Into our neighborhood.
Okay. And you forgot the clicker where?
I had forgotten the clicker here.
So how did you get in?
I was able to use my parking sticker for them to scan to let me through.
Okay. So could you not have done that after you dropped her off?
I could have, but I also like to come back in from the back gate a lot of the times, and I didn't know if I would be back right away. And sometimes they're busy up front, so it's better not to wait in a line.
What time is security usually there at the front gate?
They were there when I came through. He scanned my ticket.
So would it have not just made more sense to drop her off and come back since security's already there?
That's what you should have said.
I don't know if it made more sense. It's just what I did.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go. Oh, thank you.
Anything else that we haven't asked that you feel is important? Maybe that might help us out.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble recollecting everything.
I'm going to step away for a second.
We got 10 more minutes left of this interview. I haven't heard anything I didn't hear before, but this is where she takes the phone and finds the pictures and the videos, so it's probably at the end of this one.
Anything that you remember maybe she might have told you?
She didn't mention anything in particular. I made a joke about her Crocs. She wears Crocs and socks. So we were joking about that.
Would she say she's usually like a happy, go lucky girl?
Very happy. She brings a lot of joy. She's a very good girl. It definitely doesn't feel the same around here if she's not here.
That shit always pissed me off. She's a very good girl. She brings a lot of joy. I bet the fuck she did, Stephan. That shit, oh my God, it makes me so infuriated. But the socks and Crocs joke, remember that? I do.
She was so happy too.
That's important. She was so happy too. Past tense. I'll back it up 10 seconds. She was so happy too.
She was so happy too.
She was so happy too.
She was looking forward to my visit here. She was looking forward to us all being together. She was just happy. She was just very happy.
That sounds good.
Oh, wow.
I loved her like she was my own.
Again, past
And it's
tense.
just-
I loved her like she was my own. I'll back it up 10 seconds. Again, another past tense.
She was very happy.
Oh, wow.
I loved her like she was my own.
And it's just, is she the only child, or does she have siblings?
She is the only child, yes.
Do you have any kids with anyone else, or?
No.
So she's kind of,
is what we call me.
so you'd say you guys have a pretty good relationship.
What did he say? What did he say?
She is the only child, yes.
Do you have any kids with anyone else, or?
No.
So she's kind of,
is what we call me.
Because nobody called me?
just, is she the only child, or does she have siblings?
She is the only child, yes.
Do you have any kids with anyone else, or?
No.
So she's kind of,
is what we call me.
So you'd say you guys have a pretty good relationship.
I can't tell.
Yeah. Definitely a very strong bond.
Just
But, I'm the person she goes to when her mom gets in a fight with her and she needs someone to comfort her, and like, I'm that person for her,
How's her relationship with mom?
Good most of the time. If you reunite.
She secretly fucking hated him because she felt like she could be open with her school counselor. And she was open with her school counselor and said she fucking hated him, that he sat on the couch, that he creeped her the fuck out, and that he ate all the food. All of these things irritate me, like especially the going in your girlfriend's house with her child and eating all the ramen and shit. Like, that's for the kid, right? Like, money's tight. Why the fuck are you gonna sit over there and eat? I would bring my own food if there's kids in the house, and it infuriates me. Or, if we're in a long-term relationship for some years, replace the food that I ate if I knew it was for the kids. Because her saying that he eats all the food shows that he eats what she likes and has no regard for whether she has it there or not. He'll just go home and eat mommy and daddy's food after that. And Maddie will be left there with nothing because they can't buy food for another week or whatever. All of these things added up just infuriate me.
Not long ago, so she's getting the PMS mood swings, and when her mom gets them too, they butt heads, and so, as well as you can expect.
Good question, Banana.
Otherwise, very loving. Very loving.
Yeah.
This girl knows nothing but love here in this house. She hardly ever hears the word no.
That part. She knows nothing but love. She hardly ever hears the word no. Yeah. His fucking sick, twisted fucking love. Mustang, no, they haven't found baby Emmanuel that I know of. And I think they're going to take Rebecca to trial. Lord, what is his name? Jake already pled and I think is doing 25 to life. Rebecca's taking it to trial. But I mean, if she didn't commit the homicide, she might get off. She might get charged with something like, helping afterwards or not notifying authorities that a homicide had happened. But I think that it would be easy for them to prove that she was an abused spouse, considering the black eyes and stuff. So she might get off pretty easy, unfortunately.
Double-edged sword, that is.
How is she in school?
Let me back that up 10 minutes. She knows nothing but love, hardly ever hears the word no. What a double-edged sword that is.
Nothing but love here in this house. She hardly ever hears the word no. Double-edged sword, that is.
How is she in school?
So-so. She's so-so in school.
Like grade-wise
She's
or
doing a lot
behavior-wise?
better though. Apparently, she just made Student of the Week.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so we're very proud of her. She's doing singing, choir, and she's sounding just amazing. She sang for me last night. I immediately wanted to show her the movie Sister Act because of the choir singing. It was so pretty. It reminded me. Told her I was very proud of her.
Does she have does she like video games, anything like that?
She does like video games, yeah. She plays Roblox, Minecraft. I think those are the two big ones that I know of.
It's very
You don't know
possible.
her to like ever have any friends on there that she talks to, anything
She
like that?
does. She does group chats. She does like voice chatting too on it. Usually with like her cousins or her friends, and they'll all be playing Roblox or something, yelling at each other on the phone.
I agree.
When's the last time you all lived together?
December.
December. Okay.
December.
And you said the reason was for your parents down there?
Yeah, going down to help them because they're getting on in age and they're making their end of life plans and they need someone to help out.
Can you unlock this one more time?
Sure.
Mustang, have a good day, love. It was good to see you. Yeah, the Sister Act story doesn't ever add up.
I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, are you guys done?
No, we're good.
The other detective mentioned that you did not have your phone yesterday.
Correct.
Tell me about that.
I left my phone at home in the morning too. I was so busy riding Herd over to get us out the door on time that I left my.
That was that part we heard before, but I had a fit about. I was so busy riding her to get out the door, he says. I mean, again, he talks out of his fucking head anyway, but riding her to get out the door, that's that part they skip over. It sounds like they skipped over a little bit of it again, but that shit always tripped me out. We've got 2 more minutes, about 3 more minutes of this interview. There's got to be something, and I'm gonna have to compare transcripts if we don't hear anything in these next 3 minutes because they said that. Oh my God, hold on. They said that everything they sent me, they had to go back through
my phone.
and unredact some things. So there is stuff in here. I just haven't heard it yet.
Today?
Correct.
Tell me about that.
I left my phone at home in the morning too. I was so busy riding Herd over to get us out the door on time that I left.
Riding her over to get out the door, and you can tell it skips where they redacted something. I was so busy riding her over to get out the door that I forgot it. And the life plans equals supplying their convict son with cash for the rest of their lives. I'm sorry, I can't read today. Yeah. And that's all he worries about, in my opinion, when he calls them, which I'm just gonna.
Left my phone. She left her phone. We
Okay.
both left our phones.
Did you have your phone when you went to the smoke shop?
Not the first time after I dropped her off. I was still without it. I got my phone and went back to the smoke shop.
Really?
Okay.
Later when I got home.
And then I also noticed, I was checking your call history. I noticed that you don't have anything before this morning. Is that unusual on your phone?
No, it's a new phone. Stupid. I went to do an update yesterday morning, and I don't know what the fuck. Pardon me. I don't know what the heck I did, but.
See how he does that? Stupid. I don't know what the fuck, pardon me, what the heck I did, because he's lying. He throws in little shit like that to make the story seem legit.
Somehow during the massive OS update, I managed to factory reset my phone and lose all of my contacts, all my information.
Mm-hmm. What time was that? Do you remember?
Good question, person.
Sometime while I was hanging out with her, I looked at her and said, what did I just do?
Okay.
She might know better. I don't know what time it was. It was when I was here with.
Okay.
They redacted Jen. I looked at Jen and said, what did I just do? It was when I was here with Jen. Yeah.
I don't think I have any other questions. Do you,
I don't
Louis?
know where my head was yesterday. It was so far up my backside.
That's okay. We understand. In the meantime, while we're waiting for all this to get sorted out, I am going to hold on to your phone, okay? I'll give it back to you when we're done. Okay? Do you have any questions for us?
How long are you gonna need my phone? That's
I'm not sure. I'm waiting for my supervisor to call me.
my dad. It's just my dad's using that to get a hold of me and get updates.
They can-
Okay.
Did the other detective give you his business card?
I believe so.
Okay, well,
Hey,
here's
Jim.
mine in case you want it for any reason.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
Do you swear that everything you told us is true?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for your time. We appreciate it. I know it's a little hectic right now. And then I know you were about to head somewhere. If you can just hang tight and refrain from going back in your car, please.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I was actually gonna move it over a spot.
No, just leave it here. It's fine. Thank you.
That's the end of that. I'm going to have to go through the transcript on that one because he said there's different stuff in every one he sent me, but I didn't catch what was different in that one. Hey, Jill, good to see you. I hate the way he talks too. It's interesting to me how you hear new things every time you listen to these. She references her supervisor, waiting for her supervisor to call her back. And I really think that's because she found videos and photos of Maddie in there when he did that. And she had to tell her supervisor. And so she went ahead and confiscated the phone and waiting for her supervisor to get back to her. Yeah. All right. This one is titled VTMX second interview. Now I'm thinking that might mean victim's mom's second interview. I'm not sure. We're going to listen to it. If it's Jim, we might move on to this one of Stephan to see what we can find different in Stephan's interviews. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, that one, the voices are changed. We'll do that one tomorrow. We're going to go to, because I want to try to see what we've got on Stephan today. That one's only 7 minutes. We might go ahead and do it at the end of today's live. This one is the second interview of Stephan.
Tuesday, February 27th, 12:05 hours for OCSO case 24-011313.
Hey, Mrs. O.
Can you state your full name?
Stephan Sterns.
We're in front of.
The voices are changed in this one.
All right, Stephan.
think.
Real quick, do you swear to affirm that everything you're about to tell me is the truth?
Yes.
Perfect. So you know kind of why I'm out here, right?
Mhm.
Involving.
Yes.
When is the last time that you saw?
When I dropped her off yesterday morning.
Okay. About what time was it?
Approximately sometime between 8:25 and 8:40ish is when I dropped her off.
Does that sounds different to me. So maybe this one's different because there's more in it, but he told me that there was stuff in every one that he sent me. So I don't know. This one's 18 minutes, but it sounds like the voices have been altered. So maybe there is more in this one.
And where were you dropping her to?
I was taking her to school.
Got it. And it's my understanding that you dropped her off like a little bit away from school.
Yeah, she sometimes likes to get
Oh, yeah.
dropped off a bit down the road away. She likes to walk over and catch up with her friends, or just not being seen, getting out of a hoopty in front of school.
Okay. And
I
when
think
you
his
say
voice
hoopty,
has
you're referring
changed.
to your,
My car that she's embarrassed to be seen getting out of.
Got it. Okay.
Might be the same.
Where did you drop her off at? Do you remember approximately?
It was.
You're good.
It was along the stretch of road, kind of where all those communities are, leading up to the overpass, and then the school is on the other side of the overpass. So I dropped her off along that stretch where all those communities are.
Gotcha. Is it like on the sidewalk or near parking lots?
There's a sidewalk there. And then they've got the church on the other side of the street, and then the overpass, and then the school. So it's maybe no more than a block away.
Okay. Is the school within like eyesight of where you drop her off, or is
The
it
overpass was definitely within eyesight, and the school was literally just on the other side of the overpass.
Gotcha. So if you were to guesstimate, it would maybe like a quarter mile, half mile?
Yeah, maybe like a
I'm listening.
5-10 minute walk,
Gotcha.
depending on your speed.
Okay.
But she also likes the cool morning walks too. She was wearing her hoodie and she was feeling the cold weather, and she likes that.
How common is it of you to drop her off to school in the morning?
Oh, it's not common for me to do it. Most of the time her mom does, but I'm up here and I'm helping out as much as I can. And her mom just started working, so she was trying to get as much sleep as possible. And I was doing the school run this morning.
Okay. Do you live here? Do you live somewhere else, or what's that look like?
I live here, but I split my time between here and my parents' place down south in Northport. They're getting on in years and they need some help.
Got it. Okay. For how long have you lived here with them?
Oh gosh, years now, a couple of years maybe now.
Okay. And what does your time splitting look like? Are you here for days, weeks, months, something else?
Weeks at a time, yeah.
And so, I guess, when did you arrive this block of time that you were here?
Day before yesterday, actually.
So,
night before.
Saturday?
Yeah.
I think. So you got here Saturday night.
So what I just thought about, and at first I just noticed that in the other interview he said Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, and he just told this officer he got there Saturday evening. The second thing I thought about just now that I've never thought about before is the fact that they took his phone, but I don't think they ever took Jennifer's phone. So at that point, he's freaking out. Well, they took my phone. Why didn't they take your phone? And it's because they probably have all the pictures and stuff on it. They confiscated it, and that's probably where the pictures was. I don't think there was pictures on Jen's phone because of the interview with his dad, where they say that there was nothing on her phone. Jenna's Gypsy, good to see you. Shelby, good to see you. And I hope you have a good dinner, my love. So glad you guys stopped by.
Got it. And it's down in Northport that you actually split your time with. When did you start splitting your time between here and Northport?
A little while ago, my dad, I was working at Disney for a while, and my dad was coming up and getting lunch with me. Started discussing how, they're getting on in years and they're going to need some help soon. And they'd really need me to come back down and help them out. And,
was that this year or last year?
Last year, heading into this year, yeah.
Gosh, so like December.
Yeah, they're already making end of life plans. So.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, at least they're getting a plan together now.
So normally, if you do drop her to school in the morning, although it's typically not you, is that typically what she requests is to be dropped? Is that from everyone or just because of your car?
She doesn't mind getting dropped off in her mom's car so much. It's the nicer white Sentra over there. But it is very common for her to get dropped off down the road and want to walk up and find her friends and kind of hang out.
Does she typically hang out with her friends only at school, or does she have any in the neighborhood here?
She doesn't have any in the neighborhood here, but she does have friends from school that she gets together with on weekends and whatnot.
Okay. So after you dropped her off sometime between 8:25.
I didn't find anything on her GoFundMe as of right now. A little bit of Lisa, good to see you. Yeah, I think they are a little bit. I don't know. I don't think he would have ever hurt his mommy. No, I don't think he would have done that. Honestly, I think he would have waited. Teen Spirit. Smells like. Oh, smells like. There it is. Teen Spirit.
840 area. Do you remember?
I left my phone at home, so I wasn't sure what the.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That's fine. Do you remember what you did after? Or?
Yeah. I after I left her, I was watching her in the rearview mirror. I was just driving away. She looked like she was making her way towards the school like normal. So I went on with my day. I went over to the vape shop nearby. They were not open yet. So I came back home, hung out for a little while. And then after about an hour, I went to checked the vape shop again, and they were open, so I took care of my stuff there, and it became a normal day.
Okay.
Thanks.
So just to go through I asked the same questions just to go through everyone's days, but just to go through yours. So you dropped her off at school, and you said you went to the vape shop.
Correct.
So yes, you are correct. G backed. Good to see you, and thank you for correcting me on that. Okay, what I mean is like that interview that we just heard takes place a day after Maddie's missing, and they confiscate his phone during her interview. I don't think they confiscated Jennifer Soto's phone during her interview on that day. I think it was later. But I could be mistaken on that. I think it was later when she goes in to have the interview where that we have on video at the police station. I don't think the next day when they asked to look at Jennifer's phone, they took her phone like they did Stephan's the very next day, I guess, if that makes sense. Abellis, thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships. Oh my goodness, that was so very sweet of you. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Those went to Banana Bottom, the Pretend Judge, Linda's Coffrey, Much Endeavors, Carrie, Glitch and Pixels, Madam Inexi, Danny X, Broken Goth Doll. I like that name. Casey, Sora Surrey Rex, Lions for Life, Dharma Not Karma, sorry, OG Forwick, Tia, Jackie and Jody, Darling Britby, Miss Bad Skirt, Hosier Steph, and Blue Bella. Yay! Thank you so much, Abellis. I really appreciate that. That was so sweet of you. You are so generous. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let me get you an amazing from Basil. Thank you so much.
Amazing!
And we're going to get the Polar Express to pick y'all up on the way to Speculation Station. Thank you so much, Abellis. If you guys were gifted from Abellis and you're aware you were gifted, please tell Abellis thank you. Let me get the Polar Express. Thank you so much, Abellis. That was super sweet of you. Thank you so much, Abellis. I know ES, good to see you. That was very nice. Kim, good to see you. Who you modding for? We blush for you. I know. She's so sweet. She's too much gray in chat. Banana Bottom, that I think it was Abellis. I think I read your name. I think you were the first one. Yep, you were the first one gifted by Abellis. Thank you, Abellis. I'm planning on doing a live this weekend where I spin wool. I don't know if y'all be interested in that, but I thought about breaking my spinning wheel out for members if y'all are interested.
They weren't open.
Correct.
Do you remember about what time you got home?
Got home around maybe 10:15.
She is.
Gotcha. And was here?
Yeah, she was here. She had been sleeping in.
Oh.
Her schedule has had her kind of messed up, so she was trying to sleep in as much as possible.
Gotcha. So when you got back around 10,
she was just
waking up.
Yeah. So we hung out for a little while, chit-chatted. Then I went and checked the vape shop again.
I love you too, Bella.
Came home again. Hung out for a little while. We talked about maybe, doing some BJ shopping or.
Congrats,
Kim. We
Kim.
picked up.
Me too.
And then she wanted to take a nap again. I had a couple errands I needed to run, so that worked out fine.
Sorry.
I wanted to check out a couple of the card game shops in the area.
Oh, okay.
One of my trading card games just had a new release. So I just wanted to look at stuff. Ended up getting a flat tire.
Okay.
So that's why my hoopty's on a
Oh,
hoop
where'd you
now.
get a flower? Where'd you get a flat tire?
192.
Where'd you get a
It was
flower?
hair raising.
And that was when you were
It was hair raising.
out shopping during the day?
Yeah. That was between the hours of noon and like 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we talked about that. He said that she was still asleep at that time, but she had a blood appointment. Now, allegedly, she did go to that blood appointment, but yeah, good question, because their stories in several of these interviews don't add up. They contradict each other all the fucking time.
Got it. And then so
Because we needed
after,
to leave by 2:30 to go get in line and get ready to pick up.
got it. So you guys both went and picked her up together?
That was the goal. Yes, I was going to go with them, but I ended up getting a flat tire, so she
So
left.
you couldn't.
Yeah, I got
Right?
back literally 10 minutes after she left, apparently.
Got it. And so forgive me, I missed something. I kind of missed it in the middle of there, but you got back home around 10. You hung out, and then y'all just kind of hung out, and then did you separate to go shopping, or?
She took a nap, and then I went and ran my errands.
See, she would have been at the blood appointment at this time, if I remember correctly. I think it was at 9:15, and she said that she saw. I don't know. She would have still been out. And he says he got back about 10, and then they took a nap, and then he went to his fucking card game shit.
Okay, got it. And then around noon or 2 o'clock, is when
Good
you got
morning,
flat tire,
Tammy.
and she was leaving to pick up.
No, so when we hung out first, I'd gone to the vape shop,
Oh, that's cool.
which was now open to get my vape, and then came back and
Oh.
hung out more. And then we separated, and I
Hey,
did my
Eeyore.
errands, and she took a nap.
Got
That
it.
was
Okay.
around noonish when that.
Got it. Okay, I just want to make sure I had that straight. So you went back to the vape shop. Which vape shop is it? Where's the vape shop around here?
E-cigarette online on John Young.
Oh, okay, I didn't know there was one around here.
And had the next 2 days off.
Something online, but I've been going to them for a while. I think I'll remember their name.
And you made it out there about what time, you said?
That was probably just after 11 that I finished up there.
Okay. Got it. Now, can you remember the day prior to Monday? Do you remember, I mean, I guess if anything happened between Saturday night and Monday when you were here that might have sparked wanting to...
She was so happy.
Okay. Because
She was so happy. She was so happy. I don't know if we've heard him reference her as past tense in this interview. Yeah, we found it in the original. Well, it might be the second one or the original, how the timelines didn't add up when we were still waiting. I remember thinking about that and wondering if they were going to ask Jen about that on the stand. It's okay, Tammy. You got here right when you were meant to be here. Yeah, that prune flavored vape juice is fucking insane. Never in my life.
that was her party, right?
Yeah, and all three of us are together, and she was so happy.
Tell me about Sunday night. Tell me about Sunday into Monday. What you remember?
She had just had her party. She was excited. Sorry.
It's okay.
Just talking about crushes and her singing that was coming up, and
He starts crying when she's talking about crushes.
he wanted me to come see her sing. But nothing bad. She was just happy. She was very happy. Everyone was happy. There's nothing out of the ordinary. I can't remember anything
Thank you.
in particular that happened. I showed her the movie Sister Act.
Okay.
She was singing so well.
You
I
might
told her
have.
She reminded me of the choir when they got their stuff together and started singing better. I wanted to show her.
Gotcha.
I gotta break out the spinning wheel, but yeah, I'll do a members only live and we'll spin wool. I've been crocheting. I'm working on a new blanket. I can try to help you with that too.
So Sunday night, how do you decide like who's gonna get her ready for school in the morning and everything?
Her mom requested that I take her to school in the morning so she could sleep in as much as possible.
Okay.
I agreed. I've done the school run a few times before. It's not usually my forte, but I don't mind helping.
And so shared with me.
Now all of a sudden, I thought he said I grieved, but he said I agreed. And then now all of a sudden he's done the school run a couple times before.
Typically, you normally sleep in the upstairs guest bedroom.
Yeah.
And then she and will sleep together in her own bedroom.
Correct.
But last night, or not last night, Sunday, so to get better sleep, she said she sent you both upstairs, correct? Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
Me too, Tammy.
Do you remember about what time you went to bed and woke up?
Bed, probably 11, quarter after. I was so wound up after her party.
Happy early birthday.
We were getting up really, really early so we could make good time getting out of the door. So we got up around 7.
Yeah, y'all left pretty early.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see her at all in the morning, or was she
Yes.
still asleep?
Yeah, I saw her a couple times. I was in and out of her room talking to her.
Got it. Okay.
He was in and out of the room talking to her, but allegedly he only went in there and put the leash on the dog. Banana Bottom said, why did she need to sleep in and needed to not be interrupted? But Stephan was waking her up and giving her updates, and she expected Maddie to wake her up to say good morning. Makes no sense. It also makes no sense she needed to sleep in to the extent that he needed to come and take Maddie to school when she had the next 2 fucking days off work. Tammy Mayfield, thank you so much for the super sticker. Look at the little fox. Look, it's so cute. Little fox smiling, making a face. That's so cute. Thank you so much for the support. Let me get you an amazing. Thank you so much. That was super sweet and amazing of you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Basil's going to tell you you're amazing.
Amazing!
He's so funny when he jumps like that. He'll do that when he goes outside on the ice. Thank you so much, Tammy. That was super sweet of you, and I really appreciate it.
And that was before you left around, what time did you leave? About 8:30?
No, earlier than that. We made such good time. I mean, we were so impressed. We made such good time getting out the door. I mean, we were probably out by 7:30, 7:45.
Okay.
Because we wanted to get McDonald's breakfast. We had been talking about it anyway. She ended up not wanting it after all.
Got it. Has been in any trouble at all recently at home?
No, not recently.
No arguments that you can remember between her and mom or her and you? Anything that's upset her?
Not for a while.
When was the last time?
Oh, wow.
Maybe a month. Typical, mood swing stuff. She has some pretty pretty bad PMS when she gets it, and being a teenager on top of it doesn't help. So.
I know all about it. Now you said I think you said she left her phone, right?
Yeah.
Where did she leave her phone at?
She left it in her room. She's ADHD. So am I, for that matter.
I wonder if him talking about her PMS is what's new in these.
Left your phone too, huh?
Yeah. So we try to be on top of her about that, not forgetting things, but we're also a bit forgetful too.
Got it.
But yeah, it's not uncommon for her to forget everything. That
she leave it in her room or
she
in
left
bedroom?
it in her room. She must have been grabbing her shoes or a hoodie or something and set it down.
Thank you, Daria.
That's just how it goes.
Okay. Got it. Gotcha. Is it typical of her,
That's
I guess,
awesome.
to forget things like that?
Yeah, very, very typical.
Cool.
Thank you, Sammy, for the thought.
All right, man. Well, I mean, you know her better than I do. Is there anything you can think of that, as someone who doesn't know her, that I might be missing out on here? Like somewhere she may like to be, or somewhere she...
Everything that everywhere that we think she could possibly be, we've checked. And I mean, literally the whole family is just...
So you know that the deputies found the video from the church last night of her in the parking lot.
We heard that they saw someone.
So can you think of a reason that she might have gone and waited in that church that's across the street for a couple minutes before she would have headed back off to school?
No.
I'm not sure if that's in the original, which they find out later that it's not her at the church, but I've always wondered if it was Jennifer Soto. pretending to be her, trying to anyway.
I mean, she had time to kill, so I don't know. She said she was going to hang out and find her friends, but when I left her, she was on the other side of the street, rummaging through her backpack and just kind of moving towards the school area, so it looked normal.
What do you think she was looking for?
I assume she was just looking for some headphones or something for
Yeah.
her walk, but she might have been looking for her actual phone.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's all I can really think of at the moment. I think I have a phone number for you. I tried calling you earlier, but you might have just been asleep.
Yeah.
So
sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. 256-1832.
That's correct.
Gotcha. What's your address when you stay down south?
You're right. Jen obviously was not in the car when it left the complex. So unless she somehow got to the church, there's no way it could have been her, which, I mean, I don't know. I've always thought that maybe she could have been trying to fake out the cops too, but you're right. They would have seen her because, again, they got him every fucking where, from the redacted, which is, I'm believing that he put Maddie's body in the vehicle, to 750 U-turned at the church. So yeah, you're right. They would have seen her somewhere on the traffic cameras if it was her. So that debunks that.
When I'm down south, it's 2341 Snug Street.
You can.
Northport, 2 words.
Oh, maybe.
It's Florida. It's 34286. That's my parents' house, though. I do not
don't know.
being there if I can help it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's nice of you to help him out. It's
it's just a stressful environment full of poodles and deaf old people.
So after you dropped off the first time at around 8:20 or so, you didn't to get to the vape shop, do you have to like swing back around at all to where the school area is? Is there any chance she saw your car or something and was flagging you down? Or
No, I basically just turned around right there.
okay, so there's no chance she would have like seen you from that church parking lot when you were swinging back around to the vape shop?
I would have already been gone at that point.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just trying to figure out, what might have cost her to go there and then what cost her to leave. Because I think she did stay there till about 8:50, just before school starts. When does school start? 9:30?
9:15, I think, is the latest that they should be there by. I think it starts around 9:20 officially.
Gotcha. Is she familiar with that parking lot at all? Is that somewhere she hangs out?
I mean,
or
a lot of the kids will sort of rendezvous there before heading into school.
Gotcha. Do you recall seeing any other kids walking in the area when you were dropping her off?
We were earlier than usual. She was confident that it was fine. She was just going to hang out and wait for her friends.
Okay. Did she mention that to you at all? Or
Yeah,
did she say anything?
I asked her, because we were a little early. We still had some time to go. I said, "You want me to wait with you?" She said, "No, just drop me right here. I'm going to walk up and find my friends."
Okay.
Make that make sense, Tammy.
Something that she normally does anyway. It wasn't out of the ordinary. I agreed to it. She looked like she was making her way towards the school, and I went on with my day.
All right. Well, I appreciate you talking to me.
That's about the end of that one. I'm going to compare the transcripts of these two and see what's different, because they said it's different. Let's go. What time is it? It's 3:07. I got time to do this 7-minute interview with Jen. So we'll do that before I go, but I'm going to be pushing it. Yeah, I'm going to go through tonight and compare transcripts. I think it could be that he's referencing the PMS symptoms. I think that might be what's different, which isn't groundbreaking or anything. Okay, this is a 7-minute interview with Jen Soto, and it's titled VTMX Second Interview Read, which means redacted. I think VT means victim, and MX means probably mother. So victim's mother, second interview redacted, I think. It's 8 minutes approximately.
Yeah, they're right out there. They just wanted to ask him a couple things, but I figured I'd just ask you this at the same time for the sake of time. Do you recognize this vehicle at all? I wanted to see if I could. So I know it's pretty grainy.
They have distorted her voice for whatever reason. All the voices.
It's this one right here.
Yep,
That one's tough, but
he sure was.
does that look familiar at all?
Oh, okay.
You want to know that anywhere?
I don't know that.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is it's hard to show you on my phone because the quality of the video just kind of gets worse when I've downloaded it from the church's computer, and the quality just gets kind of worse.
Thank you,
Can you
Abraham.
make out like the shape of that being black shorts and that being possibly a green jacket?
I see the green.
Would that?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's very difficult to recognize, but would that be something akin to Madeline or some clothes that she owns, or would the quality be too bad for you to be able to tell based on that?
I mean, the quality's terrible.
Yeah.
The color scheme.
Would that be akin to something that she owns?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And the hair looks a little dark in the from here.
Dirty blonde. It could pass for dirty blonde.
That could possibly be her. Okay. Is that?
Maybe.
I can't tell just from looking at it, but is that possible? Is that Stephan's car? It looks a little darker from there, but I almost can't tell like if it's a Toyota or looks a little different.
From the front looks different. That looks like a Toyota from the front.
From the front it looks different, right?
And then from the side,
Yes.
It's got a little. I mean, yeah, the grill is kind of the same. A little bit. The headlights look the same. Okay, cool. No, I just wanted to see if you kind of were able to help me with that. So this whole living in the woods thing, I have people like tromping through the woods right now on horses and ATVs and all sort of things. But has she ever mentioned that before?
just in that text that I saw.
Just that's the only time you've ever heard of it. Is she outdoorsy at all? Does she like camping?
We used to go hiking.
Okay.
But we haven't done that in a while.
Okay. Where did you go? Was it around here?
Where would we go? We go hiking in like St. Cloud. Lake Lizzie Preserve is what it's called.
Oh yeah, well, that's not too far.
It's about 35 minutes away.
Yeah. Okay.
On 182.
Lisa asked, was there ever a toxicology done on her? And there probably, I could say, yeah, but we won't ever have the results unless somebody from the family releases the autopsy report. But because this happened in Florida and Madeline was under the age of 18, a family member would have to release it. That is Jennifer Soto talking right now. They distorted the voices. Detective is used as undercover on other investigations. That's why the voice changes. Thank you, ERFLA. That makes sense. So would they be concerned about the originals being out here? Yeah, this is Jen's second interview, and she's talking right now.
Like Lizzie Preserve, we've also walked Shingle Creek before, but we haven't done that in a very long while.
Got it.
Absolutely.
But no, I know the thing is, I started talking to her about World War III. I was talking about like, hey, this is going on in Palestine and Israel right now.
Oh, so you're talking to her about the wars.
I was telling her, I was talking to her about just what's happening politically, and I'm like, you know, I don't know what that means for us, but we'll see what happens. But I talked to her about World War III, so that's what I'm just saying.
How long ago was that? I mean, is that something that might have impacted her?
Yeah, I feel like that's why when I read that conversation, I'm like, oh, that's directly related to me talking to her about what's happening in Israel, Palestine, and the potential World War III that might happen from that.
Okay.
And that's why she said she wanted to go live in the woods.
Okay, got it. All right.
Yeah.
No, just wanted to figure out where that might have come from. Maybe help me see if she just wanted to be in the outdoors.
Definitely, the World War III conversation, that's definitely me.
Okay.
That was me.
It's fine. I mean, it's fine. So one thing that I think I may have misheard you say earlier, but I want to make sure that I have it absolutely clear, is on Sunday night, y'all went to bed around 11, and the reason that you sent her upstairs with Stephan was because you had work in the morning, was it? Or you just started a new job?
I just started a new job, and I haven't been sleeping well.
Oh.
I take psychiatric meds every night for my bipolar disorder, and if I don't take them the right way, eat, and go to sleep on time,
They don't work.
they don't work. So I was just like, hey, I really need these meds because I forgot them the night before. I forgot them, I think, Saturday night. So Sunday I was not myself. So I asked him, like, hey, I need to be medicated. I need to sleep. Can you take care of the morning duties so I can go and sleep?
Gotcha. All right. No, I just wanted to make sure I understood you right, because I was like, did you have work in the morning? Or I didn't write that down, and I wanted to make sure I heard you okay. Are there any cameras in the neighborhood that you know of? Does anyone have any ring cameras? Do you have any security cameras out front?
Okay, I'm gonna back that up because I didn't hear all of it. I didn't know that, Hannah. Is it on all of Plunder's video? I didn't hear all of her video talking about the sevoflurane.
To be medicated. I need to sleep. Can you take care of the morning duties so I can go and sleep?
Gotcha. All right. No, I just wanted to make sure I understood you right, because I was like, did you have work in the morning? Or
Yeah.
I didn't write that down, and I wanted to make sure I heard you okay. Are there any cameras in the neighborhood that you know of? Does anyone have any ring cameras? Do you have any security cameras out front?
I'm gonna say there are cameras in the front. There are cameras in the back gate as well.
Okay.
I know one neighbor around here has a ring camera, but I didn't walk early that morning or anything like that.
Okay.
Hey Jay, how are you?
And if you don't mind, just try to keep people out of the room, because I have a canine that's coming. If you don't mind, they're going to try to run another track from the church and from here, to see if we can maybe just try it again. You know, last night it didn't work out because the dog lost interest, and they were.
I don't remember him saying specifically keep people out of the room. I do remember him saying we're going to run a second track and see if the canine can pick up something, but I don't remember them saying keep everybody out of the room specifically. Yeah, pills, pub sub, and then bed always.
And they weren't able to continue, but I figured, it's worth another try. The dogs are pretty good, so just try to keep them out of her room. We're probably going to use does she have dirty laundry or like
her most recent dirty laundry is on my bathroom floor, and we've walked around it. We haven't touched it.
Okay, just keep people off of it.
Yeah.
And as much as you can, try to avoid crowding the front door.
Yeah, because they crowded the front door and just stood there and stared the first time the dogs did a track. Banana Bottom pointed out Jen Soto is suing Walmart because they sold sevoflurane to Stephan, but she couldn't show up at her funeral or even give a written statement through her attorney at Stephan's plea deal, especially while he was giving his victim impact statement. Make that fucking make sense. But you know what? Jen loves details and Jen loves fucking money. Fuck that bitch. Oh, I'm sorry, Max. Excuse my mouth. Never mentions her daughter's name. It just infuriates me that she couldn't do anything for her daughter at the court hearing, especially after he gave his victim impact statement, which isn't her fault, but she could have released something through an attorney. It's interesting that she's suing Walmart. I hope that she does and that she wins so that they won't ever sell it again. But I don't think she should get any money from it if you can't even go to your daughter's court hearings.
For the dog,
yeah,
so that they know where to go from. Okay.
Hey, darling.
Know when they're coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
He's
get,
not
they're
suing.
Gonna call me,
Okay. Thank you for that.
But just as much as you can, try to keep the scent pretty fresh. There you go. Cool. All right. And another thing I just wanted to confirm, because I know last night was a long night, but you said when you woke up around 9, you left your house at 9:30 for your doctor's appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And Stephan hadn't come home yet, and then he called you at 10. You were
like 10:15, yeah.
10:15-ish, to have the conversation about she didn't want McDonald's.
See, that was what we put together the first time. He says that he gets home at 10 and then she lays down to take a nap and then he leaves the house again to go out to the card shop. While she says she had the appointment at about 9 o'clock. He called her on the phone at 10 and said she didn't want McDonald's, gave her updates about what happened with Maddie. And again, he's saying that he was at the house at 10. That was the most important things about these two interviews.
Yeah, she didn't want McDonald's, so he came home. I think he had accidentally left his phone at home.
Yeah.
So he was just letting me know because I had called him multiple times.
Okay, well now she's saying he's at the house, so maybe I misunderstood.
Just returning my call going, I'm so sorry, I left the phone at home. I went to the vape store.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he had to call her from the house because she's at the blood appointment. That's right. And he's saying that he got home at 10 o'clock and she was there, but she was at the blood appointment. He's calling her to give her updates about Maddie because he gets home to where the phone is and is apologizing profusely for leaving the phone at home because she's not at home. But he says she was at home and was about to take a nap.
Waited there for a little bit. Nothing. Nobody was there. He came back home for a little bit and then went back out to the vape store.
And then what time do you get home again? Was it around 11?
I'm gonna say around 11:15.
Because I think if I heard you right the first time, you got home at 11 and you and Stephan were both here, and then he left to go to the vape store again.
I did see him. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure I had that. Because, like I
Crazy.
said, sometimes you forget to write things down, and I don't want to misremember. But okay, that's all I have for you right now. We're still looking. I mean, that's unfortunately the best update I can give you. Is we're all out and we're everywhere, asking people and looking. And I know your family's also doing the same. So, if you get anything new like that thing you sent me just a little bit ago that I can look into, just keep on sending them to me. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's, I don't remember hearing that before either. If you get anything new like that thing you sent me a few minutes ago, just keep sending it to me. I don't think she was involuntarily committed. I think she went to the hospital on her lawyer's, like her lawyer suggested that she probably should. So Tammy, there is a drug called sevoflurane, and it's used in surgical procedures, or it can be used in a veterinary setting to sedate dogs, to perform things. Walmart sold it online. Stephan purchased it from online, but we can't say that it was in her system or anything because we don't have her autopsy.
Were any of those helpful about the vehicles?
There's something for me to look into, to look for license plate readers and stuff. As of right now, I haven't been able to find anything else or confirm it, but I mean, it's still helpful for me to, in case something else comes across in the future.
So she's sending him information about vehicles. We've never heard that before.
So, just, yeah, if you receive anything else, let me know. But I mean, do know that obviously just...
I don't know why it stops there. It's cut off. Okay. So let's see what we've got left. So we've done this one. This is the one we just heard. And we did this one. We've still got this interview, and this interview. Oh, no, that's the Brittany Soto. So we've got 2 more interviews to listen to and see what we can find that's different. I want to know what this is. Some kind of document. Is this transcripts? The sworn interview of Stephan Sterns was taken on Wednesday, February 28th at the beginning of 12:16 a.m. held in Kissimmee, Florida. So you guys know they have Maddie's phone, right, Mr. Sterns? Detective Tangler, they've been going through the phone and they noticed there was like a lot of messages between you and Maddie. Can you explain to me what your relationship is between you and Maddie? Mr. Sterns, yes, stepfather of sorts. I guess she thought of me as a dad, thinks of me as a dad. Mostly things like, when are you going to call us? When are you going to come up here and visit? Hey, poopy head, get online, things like that. I think that's our next interview, but we've got transcripts. So anything that's redacted is going to be in these transcripts. And they took this for court. So that'll be interesting to go through. There seems to be, if these are all transcripts, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 transcripts for court. I'm assuming this one's 46. Yeah. Sworn interview of Stephan Sterns. This one, Wednesday, February 28th, 8:10 p.m. at the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Oh my God. We're going to scroll down. Oh, we got to read through these because I think they redacted quite a few things. I don't know. He says he wants a lawyer as soon as they start talking about the photos, so maybe not. How often have you taken Maddie to school? Not often, honestly. This might have been the 3rd or 4th morning. Nice looking Centra. So yeah, it's Not the first time she's asked me to drop her off a little ways away. Let's scroll down. Not per se, you know, boyfriends as whoever they can be that early on. But we decided she was too young and it needed to avoid that bullshit. Detective said, being that she's too young, so she shouldn't be having sex with boys. Stern says she's all the drama in middle school and all that stuff. None of it counts. I just told her she'd be better off waiting until high school. Detective Moore says, has she ever talked to you about boys? Stephan said, a little bit, sometimes. Detective Moore says, has she ever, because I asked Jen the same thing, has she ever disclosed to you about being sexually active? A boys or with boys? Stern said, no. The detective said, do you know if she's ever been sexually active with anybody in the past? Stern said, not that I'm aware of. I heard there was some sort of incident when she was much younger. She did something with a phone or a camera and got scolded for it. She was very young. She didn't know. She got scolded for it, though. I wasn't around then, but that's vague. It's just remembering what someone said offhand. Detective Moore said, all right, what happened to your hand? Flat tire, slipped the frame. Do you know what popped your tire, though? No idea. Okay, so you kept pretty clean. Talking about the tire. What happened? So the deputies made a comment. So what happened to your phone? No idea what happened to the phone. I was putting off doing the update. Da, 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 da. You had the deputies' consent to look through your phone. Uh-huh. Detective said you did okay and voluntarily gave it to them so they could bring it here to do the extraction and stuff. He nods head affirmatively. Detective said, okay, what do you think was on the phone? Text messages, emails, all that stuff. Pictures? Stern said, yeah. What kind of pictures were on there? Stern said, training card pictures, lightsaber pictures, Disney pictures. Detective said, do you have a Google account? Stern said, yeah. Detective said, do you save pictures to your Google account? Stern said, sometimes. Detective Moore said, or is it automatically? I know sometimes phones sync to a cloud, and Stern said, yeah, I think it backs up to Google. Detective said, and then sometimes when you reset your phone and your phone updates, it puts these apps back on your phone. Sometimes they would put the images back on your phone. I'm not sure. I want to make sure I wasn't muted. Where are we at? Oh, we're over here. Okay. Do you have any pictures of Maddie on your phone? Stern said, I'd assume so. Detective Moore said, do you have any pictures of you and Maddie on your phone? Stern said, probably. I mean, we went to Disney, took selfies on the train. She got back from Puerto Rico, had her hair braided. We got pictures of all that, all sorts of pictures, family events. I'm not as much of a shutterbug as her mom, though. I take them every once in a while. Detective Moore said, any other pictures you can think of? And then he says, here's where I'm going to be brutally honest with you. There's pictures of you and Maddie on your phone. I'm pretty sure you know what some of those pictures are about. You're a very intelligent person. I don't want you to discredit yourself by saying you don't know about all the pictures that are on your phone. You understand what I'm saying? Stern said, uh-huh. Detective Morris says, so do you want to add a list? Do you want to add to the list of pictures? He says, Stern said, should I be talking with a lawyer right now? Detective Morris said, I can't answer that question. My sole purpose right now is to see if I can find out where Maddie is, and I'm really hoping you can help me. Stern said, okay, I'd like to try to help. I feel like I should probably have a lawyer present at this point. Detective Morris said, so you're waiting on an attorney? And Stern said, yeah, I think so. Detective Morris said, okay, that can happen. I want to let you know you're not free to leave. You're being detained. Okay. Do you know what you're being detained for? Stern said, yeah. Detective said, capital sexual battery and possession of child pornography. So we're going to step out. If you need anything, please tap on this door. Stern said, okay. We'll get back to you, Mr. Is it Sterns? Yeah. Detective Morris, Stern. Whereupon the detectives exit. So what's going to happen is we got a warrant. I don't know if that's anything different. I'm going to have to compare transcripts. Wait a minute. So it doesn't go. I think that's just the reading of the warrant, though. So she's going to take some pictures of you as well, your hands. Place your jacket here. Which part? What do I need? Whereas before me, the honorable judge has already in this handwriting, the Ninth Judicial Circuit of sworn application of affidavit for search warrant. Yeah, this is just the DNA collection. Let me see what the last one is. Because if that's the interview, do we have more from where this one's February 27th. They were in Kissimmee. Okay. So that one happened before the one we just read. This one's February 27th at 12:05. Do you swear or affirm everything? So you know why I'm kind of here, right? Involving Maddie. When's the last time you saw Maddie? Yeah, it's interesting though to have the transcripts. Maybe I can get them uploaded to Patreon. Interesting. Yeah, it is. It's a damn good thing I'm not a judge as well. All right, y'all, I'm going to have to go for today because I do have some appointments this afternoon, but it was good to hang out with you guys. I'm going to go through and see what all's different. I'll compare the transcripts and stuff. I'm supposed to be like pulling out of the yard right now. So I really do have to go. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. We're going to continue to go through these interviews and find out what's different. We're also going to go through the whole entire file because if I pull it up, I'll show you. It's just, that's just part of it. Like there's several things. Maybe if I go back out. Maybe. Okay, well, I'll have to pull it back up through my email. But anyway, there's several different things on there. So, I mean, there's several different files. So we're going to go through it. We're going to see what all's different. We're going to see what we have. And I'm going to go over it with you guys and upload it to Patreon. Banana Bottom, thank you so much for the super sticker. That was super sweet and supportive and amazing of you. Abellis, thank you for the 20 gifted. That was super sweet and supportive and amazing of you. And Tammy, thank you so much for the super sticker. That was super sweet, supportive, and amazing of you. I hope everyone has a good night too. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and listening to these. If you go back and listen and you find anything different, please let me know. And I'm going to compare transcripts this evening while I'm cooking dinner after I get back and everything. If nobody's told you, you are enough, you are important, you are special, and you are very loved. And I'll see y'all tomorrow as we continue to go through the stuff I was sent. Until then, stay safe. Bye.